We begin with that breaking news. Swift action tonight after the suspect accused in an unprovoked sucker punch of a man in the Bronx was released from jail.
Tonight, Governor Hochul says he's back in custody. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor is live in the Bronx with more. Alice.
Christine and Dick, the family of Jesus Cortez, says the 52-year-old remains in a coma in the hospital. Due to the severity of his injuries, they're confused as to why this suspect was initially released. The governor says it appears there is confusion over recently revised bail laws. Security video allegedly shows 55-year-old Van Fubui put on gloves, then go up to another man unprovoked and punch him in the head, causing the victim to fall to the ground. It happened last Friday night around 10:45 outside the Fuego Tipico restaurant on East 188th Street near the Fordham Road subway station. 52-year-old Jesus Cortez suffered a left cheek fracture, skull fracture, abrasions to the knee, a lip laceration, and according to family, remains in a coma. According to the criminal complaint, Van Fubui told a parole officer, quote, "I'm in trouble. I hit someone and he's in the hospital. I don't know if he's dead. The police are looking for me. I was at the restaurant and I know the police are looking for me." He was arrested and initially facing attempted murder. Based on the evidence they had, the DA downgraded the charges to misdemeanors, assault, and harassment. So he was released. The Bronx DA's office says it's still investigating, and it's to be determined if elevated charges will be brought against the defendant. Quote, "The office is obtaining additional evidence, reviewing video, speaking to witnesses, analyzing medical records, and providing crime victim services."
The charges should have never have been downgraded in the first place, where you have a victim that's in a coma.
Criminal defense attorney David Schwartz is a former prosecutor in Brooklyn and is not involved in this case.
That is a serious crime. It's not a misdemeanor to sucker punch someone where they fall to the ground and their head hits the ground, causing them to be in a coma. So the downgrading of the charges is completely irresponsible for any DA to do that, coupled with the fact that this person does have a criminal history.
Van Fubui is on parole after serving time for a felony sex crime. So the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says after a thorough investigation, they directed Van Fubui to report to his parole officer. Quote, "He was taken into custody on a non-technical DOCCS warrant without incident and will be held."
I directed the Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to immediately examine whether or not this parole violation occurred. Yes, it did. You could tell it occurred. This was a person on lifetime parole.
Governor Hochul says she's also asking district attorneys and judges to closely examine laws that were changed in May. Repeat offenders, she says, are now covered under bail laws.
They are bail eligible. The judges have wide discretion to set bail or to hold someone.
Bowie will have another hearing before a Bronx judge sometime in the next 24 hours. Live in the Bronx, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
Alice, thank you.